Welcome back everybody to the daily show where we discuss and do technical analysis on big mega cap stocks. So before we get started, and I know a lot of you guys are just sitting and watching and not hitting the like button, so please hit that like button, and 100 plus likes on this video would be greatly appreciated, guys. And if you're new here, consider subscribing. And if you want to get my daily trade ideas, swing trade ideas, live trading, and all kinds of setups, definitely check out that Patreon link down below in the description. And now let's get right into it, guys. On Apple stock, it's up 1.12%, and we talked about it before. Two scenarios right here on Apple, that this head and shoulder can play out and Apple can dump all the way down to 166, or we could see a breakout from this bullish falling wedge, and so far that is what happening right here on Apple stock. Apple was holding 180 yesterday. We got this hammer candle and now some follow through, and also breaking above 183 and then going all the way up to almost 185, and now trading right here and holding 183 as a support. So going into tomorrow's session, your line in the sand here on Apple, 183, 180. And above 183, Apple needs to break 185, and soon as that happens, you're going to see a move all the way up to this gap. And now look at this, 20-day moving average now sitting at 186.89, and also this gap sitting at 186.79. So watch out, Apple breaks above 185, you're going to see a move possibly up to close to 187. We also have resistance at 188 and then 190. So Apple might be out of the woods for now, but we need more confirmation, and that would be Apple going above 185, filling this gap and holding, I would say, above 20-day moving average, which is sitting at 186.89, and that would be a bullish breakout here on Apple. So far, it's just one day, it's getting this breakout from this bullish falling wedge and holding 183. So watch out here on Apple going into tomorrow's session, and especially going into Monday. And if you guys are on X, you can give me a follow, and there is no subscription, nothing you got to go through. It's totally free, and I do share lots of information right here on X, and you can see this one here, and that is for you guys. FedEx right here, just 2 days ago, this thing was trading right here at 236, and now it's at, I think, 244 almost. So this play, if you took it, you made a decent amount of money. And not only that, plays from today, guys, exploded. Look at this one, PNW, 9:31 a.m. shorted at 275. 270 puts for this Friday. Guess what? After 10 minutes, exploded. Actually went over 100%. I sold for 100%. And not only this one, we also played CrowdStrike. That one went up to 65%. That was also a winner. And then this one from yesterday exploded from $1.35, where I got in yesterday. This thing traded at $6.70. So massive winners right here. So if you guys are really interested in trading and you want to learn, and especially you want to support my channel, definitely check out their link down below in the description for Patreon. On Amazon stock, it's up over 3.5%, and Amazon now trading over 173, which is a big resistance, and now there is a big support. Now Amazon here, if you look at my screen, we actually had a gap right up here, and now we left another gap open here at 170, gapped up today, and now trading over 173. So here on Amazon, the next stop, this high right here, 175, and then above that, watch out for 180, and this thing can go. And if you look at my screen, Bollinger Band also expanded all the way up to 178.92. So here on Amazon, as long as Amazon can hold 173, we could see that run up all the way up to 180. Now below 173, Amazon can drop down to this gap, which is around 170, and that's gonna be a critical support, and then 167. And all over for Amazon, if this thing breaks under 167, we'll come back and fill this gap at 159.76. On Google stock, it's up 1%, but look at this price action here on Google, all over the place. gap down, went back up, came back, and now it's going right back up again. So here on Google, it's actually holding 145 as a support into closing, so that's a good news. But also we gapped up today, so below 145 we got this gap right down here just under 144, and then we have support down here also, red line 50-day moving average 143.38 and then 140. Now as long as Google can hold above, I would say 145, early as tomorrow we could see a move, and we saw that today up to 146.86 20-day moving average, this white line. And once we get over that level, then watch out for this gap 148.56, and then we can talk about this gap right up here at 152.78. On Meta, it's up 3.87%, and it's happening as we speak, guys. Meta here, we talked about it last night, that watch out for this range breakout, and look at this. And I did call out this level before also, that 490 possible, and look at this, guys. 489.99. It cannot get any better. Now Meta still under 490, and that is the range breakout here. Above 490, this thing can explode all the way up to 500, and then possibly up to even 520. And why? Because look at this Bollinger Band expanding rapidly up to 520, and don't forget about that buyback in $50 billion. So that could push the stock even higher, which is insane, because I mean this stock here and then Nvidia and some of the other names are just up insanely this year, and they were up last year as well. So I mean, where is the correction, right? I mean, it's not happening at this moment. Things are just going back up, and even on Nvidia stock, they're doing a lot of buybacks behind the scenes. And this one, you know, they did it last time, $50 billion, and now again. So that's going to continue to push the stock higher. And you can see, I mean, the dip was holding right here yesterday, and now, I mean, this is actually a massive bounce, up $18 on the day. And there is no catalyst, nothing on Meta. Guess what? Why these things are going up? Just because one name going up today and holding up this market. So if you're actually looking at the market, well, you don't have to go and look at Qs and SPY and DIA and, you know, small caps, Russell and all that. Just look at Nvidia, because that thing goes down, market will go down. That thing goes up, market will follow and go up also. So, you know, market does not matter nowadays, because one stock running the show, guys, which is insane, and that is total manipulation in this market. Now here on Meta, definitely above 490, this thing can run up to 500 and then 520. Below 490, now we got critical support down here, and that is at exactly 476.65. And you can see low for the day, 476.06. So if there is a dip tomorrow right here, yeah, that is a dip buy, especially for day trade, not to go long. And below that, we got this gap just under 470 right here, 469. On Microsoft, it's up 2.35%, so the roller coaster ride continuing here in this market. And you can see this is actually a big name, but look at the way this thing is actually trading, guys. Pretty much like a penny stock, because it was right down here below 400, and now all the way up to almost 413. And you can see this is where this thing got rejected today, came back, and now holding above right here 410, and also holding 409, 13-day moving average. And the good news here on Microsoft, I think early as tomorrow we could see this gap getting filled just below 415 soon as we get that breakout just over 413. So Microsoft here, yes, we could see some more upside possibly after this gap close to 415, but below 413 you need to watch the support, and that is gonna be 410, 407.89, and then this gap 402.29 all the way down to 400. On Tesla stock, is up 1.36%, and I want to take you guys back to 2019, 2022 here on Tesla and show you guys something. So this big run started right here back in 2019, and the run actually went all the way up to over 900, almost $1,000. And then we got COVID crash right here. This thing came back, and from there, this thing took off again, all the way up to $2,318 right here. And then what happened? Came back again, all the way down here, went back up right here. After that split, back up to 1200. So the reason I'm showing you guys this and why this thing went up, at that time, there was a hype. Junk names like Plug Power, QuantumScape, Nikola, Canoe, and who knows what else, guys. So many other names. The hype was EB. Any new names coming out here in this market, going straight up to moon. And right now, what's the hype? AI. AI is not something new. Yes, they got better over time, just like EVs, but it's not something new. But that is the boom right now, AI boom. And guess what? Just like this thing dumped after all that EV hype, same thing and the same fate will happen to Nvidia at some point. And this channel and myself will be right here, and I'm going to talk about this, and I'm going to bring back this video, guys. It happens all the time. Many hypes I saw in my lifetime in stock market, guess what? They end up going down to the downside. Now Tesla, if you look at it from 2019, it's still up a ton. So I'm not saying anything bad about Tesla. I'm just showing you guys what can happen to a stock, especially when the hype runs out. And right now, the biggest hype and the biggest stock on earth, and that is Nvidia, and that is actually running this market, which is totally a big manipulation in this market, guys. So here on Tesla, going into tomorrow's session, again, Tesla needs to break 200, and now you can see Bollinger Bands are getting really tight. So the range here on Tesla, 180 and 200. Until we get a breakout over 200, you're not going to see Tesla filling this gap right here at 206.77 and then possibly run all the way up to 212. Now below 200, 194 critical support, and if that gives up right down here, 191 right here to 190, 20-day moving average, and below this support, this thing will dump again all the way down to 180. On AMD, it's up over 10%, so massive move to the upside, almost hitting a fresh new all-time high. And you can see rejection before touching 184 and also touching upper Bollinger Band right here at 181.86 and closing at 181.86 before closing. So now on AMD, you need to watch 180, that's going to be critical support, and below that AMD can dump back down to 173, 20-day moving average, and then we have this massive gap again here at 164.90, which is going to be a critical support on AMD. Now also keep that in mind, AMD breaks above this all-time high right here, just above 184. You're going to see explosion all the way up to 190 to even 195. But it's going to take some time. And why? Because this Bollinger Band on top needs to expand even more, and then you could see that move to the upside right here on AMD. Until then, guys, watch the support 180 and then 173 right here, 20-day moving average. So Netflix also exploding today, up 2.64% and now trading at 588.47, holding this critical support finally 588 into closing. So going into tomorrow's session, I don't see anything big here on Netflix until this Bollinger Band on top expands all the way up to 500 and even higher. Then we could see that move. Right now you can see this Bollinger Band on top not allowing this stock to move higher. Got up to 590.85 and then we got a bit of a pullback and now holding 588. So 588, that's going to be support to watch, and just below that 580 to 87, rising 5-day moving average, and then watch out for this gap 575.78 to the upside. As long as this thing can stay above, I would say right here 5-day moving average 582 or 583, I would say, and this thing will continue to move tomorrow. Netflix can stay above 583, then maybe at some point we could see that explosion all the way back up to 500, but also this Bollinger Band needs to expand all the way up to 500 plus. On Nvidia stock, it's up 16.40%, and that was not enough. Now it's up another 1.72% and trading near 800. So that's gonna be a big level to watch right here tomorrow. If it breaks above 800, then watch out. Might be going even higher, up to even 840, and that might not come tomorrow, but later, maybe next week. Now below 800, you need to watch right here. Upper Bollinger Band as a support, and it's crazy that I'm saying this, watch upper Bollinger Band as a support, and that is sitting at 782 to 780. That's gonna be the level to watch. And below that, we can actually go back and look at like 1 hour chart, and you can see right here, we actually got a pullback right here around 770. So that's gonna be a level to watch below that, and then this big level right down here, which is at 745, and you can see this morning opening at 751 right here, and then pulling back down to this critical support, and then a massive explosion all the way up to now 800. So Nvidia, things can change anytime. Be careful trading this name.